Can we just stop lying, though? I mean, first of all, trying to pretend like the Big Dom is just like your run-of-the-mill security guard or something like that when he's obviously a lot more to this team and he's been that way for like ever. Like, can we just like tell the truth here that he's obviously like an extension of like coaching and ownership and fills many, many, many roles within that franchise. Like that alone to try to just paint that he's just like some guy who's just like there for security and like that's it, nothing else. Like, come on. That's that's absurd. Can we all stop lying that everything is that this team is stacked and elite? This O-line has been bad. This offensive line has been bad and they're injured. The same excuses that you draw up for Justin Herbert. The same excuses that I draw up for Justin Herbert. So, can we stop here? Can we stop? And then the same thing with the fundamental issue of coaching. But right now, this game alone, because you want to talk about this stacked roster and this top O-line, what are you talking about? Jalen Hurts was pressured 18 times. 18 times. Josh Allen was pressured 20 times. And we said that man had no time to throw. He was running for his life. That's why he was sacked 8 times. Jalen Hurts was pressured 18 times. 18 times. So, can we stop? Can we stop? Like Colin has a clip coming up. I haven't seen it yet because it's going to be on soon. And I'll have to post it later. But he's like where Colin was right and where Colin was wrong. And it said where Colin was right about Jalen Hurts. I can't wait to see what he's going to say because Jalen Hurts played awesome in this game. He had over 300 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, a 69.2% completion percentage. Again, like, you know, he did everything. The Philadelphia Eagles had 4 rushing first downs. Jalen Hurts had 3 of them. Jalen Hurts had 3 of them. This is an O-line and coaching issue to say that things got weird last in 23. The coaching was terrible, and the roster wasn't great. The defense was awful. Jalen Hurts was injured. Like, can we like people still don't want to tell the truth about 23? It's comical. It really is. It's comical. And now they lose a divisional game against the Dallas Cowboys, who Colin himself is saying they're contenders. They're the real deal. They lose a tough game by a field goal on the road. And it's now the Eagles are circling the drain. Now we're going to start doing victory laps on how bad of a coach Sirianni is and how Jalen Hurts isn't good. Like it's just ridiculous to me. It really is. It's just ridiculous. And I said the same thing about the Kansas City Chiefs when they lost the Broncos. I said like, you know, you should be able to lose a game on the road by a field goal to a top divisional rival like that. That's how this happens. That's called football. That's called football. But then we just keep pretending that this team is just stacked and perfect across the board. Who has like this is the video that I made to you over the weekend. Whose receivers are playing better right now and who are getting more open and more separation? The Dallas Cowboys. Whose O-line is better? The Dallas Cowboys. Who's got the better run game? The Dallas Cowboys. But they want to keep forcing this narrative that the Eagles just have this absolute bona fide, stacked, perfect, unstoppable team that anyone can win with. Like, because that's the narrative that they want to force, and they can't settle on it. They can't figure quite which direction they want to take. Because last year it was like, well, they're not really that good. But then when they win, it's just like, well, they were stacked. They had the best old, you know, Collins, like they had the best O-line in 20 years, and it's like they didn't even have the best O-line of the last 5 years. Like, huh? Right. Like they can't quite figure it out. And then now like this year they're like this team's amazing. This team's stacked and perfect. It's just not working out for them right now because and it's like, is it Sirianni? Is it Jalen Hurts? And it's like Jalen Hurts is the problem with the O-line. Jalen Hurts is the problem with the run game. Like Jalen Hurts is why AJ Brown can't get open. And it's funny because with the Detroit Lions, Colin keeps saying this again and again and again. He keeps saying it that the Lions made a mistake with who they hired as their coordinators. He said they shouldn't have hired within the building. He went on a whole rant about that all throughout the offseason and last night on his podcast. I've never heard him once say that about Kevin Patullo and the Philadelphia Eagles, but he says it about the Detroit Lions. He said, they made a mistake. never hire within your building. And he went on a whole rant about working in media or whatever, blah, 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 blah. He's never once said it about Kevin Patullo and the Philadelphia Eagles. Not once. Why? 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 Why are you not talking about any of the issues with coaching that Detroit Lions team is stacked in, and you got Gibbs rushing for 200 plus yards, having nearly 300 total Amra St. Brown? Jared Goff, who Colin said is a kingmaker. He gets coordinators high, he gets coaches hired. That's what he said. He went on a whole rant about it. Compared him to Stafford. So it's just like what's the conversation we're having here? What's the conversation we're having here? You tell me. You tell me. I'd love to know. I'd love to know how we keep saying that this is an elite top O-line, an elite top offense, but they can't run the ball and the O-line can't block. Like it doesn't quite make sense. And again, when a team is great for like a half or a quarter or whatever, and then not good in other aspects, you're going to look at coaching. That's what you're going to look at. That's the answer right there. But it's just, I don't know, it just gets more and more bizarre. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. And I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be a part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.